Kia ora fam, it's a full moon. If you want to book a tarot reading with me, you can do that on our website. Our website is on the screen, on the bio. Guidance information to have for us, the collective, watching this reading this full moon. Okay, the Empress, Taurus, Venus. Says feminine progress, action, fertility, marriage, mother, sister, wife, girlfriend, feminine influence. I don't know what that word is. The motivation behind a successful partner. These cards are a bit gendered, but Nine of Wands. Expectation of difficulties and changes, awaiting tribulation, anticipation, hidden enemies, deception, discipline, order, a pause and a struggle. Six of Swords. A trip or journey, especially by water, travel, voyage, route, headstrong, attempt to overcome difficulties. Expedient manner, success after anxiety. Ace of Swords. Great determination, initiative, strength, force, activity, triumph, power, success, fertility, prosperity, deep emotional feeling, love, championship, conquest, and strength. Leo. Oh, I think this was Aquarius. Control over a situation, strength, courage, fortitude, conviction, energy, determination, defiance, action, confidence, accomplishment, conquest, fervor. We have the Hermit at the base of the deck, Virgo. Counsel, knowledge, solicitude, withdrawal, caution, discretion. Three of Cups as well. Some of us could have been doing some work on ourselves. It's either like we've just been working at something in general, but this kind of looks like it might be attached to our sense of self-worth, our so-called feminine energy. But yeah, a sense of self-worth and value and who we are, I hear. This is like being and receiving energy a bit more, knowing our worth in order to receive. So there could be some challenges when it comes to that some of us are moving away from, have moved on from. Some of us could be like taking a break from work because there's work. Nine of Wands can mean work, and Six of Swords, can literally mean like a break because there's a triple journey. Some of us might need a break. It can just mean like a short break. It's like literally 6 hours, 6 days. Yeah, but I'm seeing like for some of us, there's something that we've worked hard at or put a lot of effort into, discipline, it says, now that we are able to move on from. And this has maybe brought us clarity. If we are still in a challenging energy, we're called to release and let go of things mentally. And Swords is also in like the way that we speak about things too. So it's like we're letting go of six and one, so that's 7. So I'm seeing like letting go of deceit, or can be hurt, but like particularly like betrayal, or even just self-deception, so like things that we have told ourselves that aren't true, and moving into clarity, into peace. Ace of Swords is peace, and strength came through here twice with these 2 cards. So there could be something that we were working on during Taurus season that will be May, ongoing into Leo season, which is coming up at the end of the month. So even with the Six of Swords and Ace of Swords, we could be releasing like any conflict, mental conflict. Also, we're called to release overworking. So if we've been overworking, we are called to take a break if we can, so we can just have a bit more peace and clarity, good quiet time, and that's going to help us be and feel more strong in ourselves, and also have more courage. Oh yeah, we had the Hermit here too, so lots of healing during this time. So maybe things are ending, certain things from the past are ending. Three of Cups at the base, so maybe we're also called to have more fun, and maybe that's what's going to give us more clarity. Three of Cups is very much spending time with friends, family gatherings. This is what I imagine it as: music, dance, doing things with others, our like friendship circles and interpersonal relationships. This can also represent Six of Swords, like liberating conversations or conversations of the future, because it's Aquarius energy. Now class my soul formation for those of love, body frequency, truth, justice, and peace. There could be some clarity that comes through in Leo season as well. So end of July to end of August. Something that we've been looking for. I just heard like a piece to the puzzle or something. Guidance information. But it might require us to let go of quite a bit. Six of Cups. The Hierophant. Guidance information do you have for us as collective watching this for me. Six of Wands. Lots of sixes. Ace of Coins. Okay. Two aces. So there's some new beginnings that are coming up for some of us in our physical world. So that's like our finances, our body, our health, our home. Something that's being gifted to us as well. I always see this as like literally being gifted by source. Could come through a thought, a conversation. I heard a memory. So some of us could be in a very successful place in our lives. And this could be because of what we've let go of. Yeah, some of us have been working a lot with the Hierophant and Nine of Wands. It's like a lot of routine and like, yeah, just a lot of time and energy spent. Maybe even doing the same thing over and over again. Which is, it doesn't look like a bad thing. It just looks like it's paying off. But it also looks like something is being, I don't know what I was going to say reversed, but something is being like, I was going to say subtracted, or there's like an expansion that allows us to make more room, maybe. Six of Cups. Some of us could be dealing with people that we have memories with, or like past relationships. That's not, Six of Cups doesn't represent new relationships. It represents ones that are already established. It can also represent childhood. So there could be stuff to do with mother things, especially during Cancer season. Eight of Coins. Independence. There's something here about self-sovereignty when it comes through with our goals, our commitments, what we're achieving. Something's being added on physically as we've released something within our life force. Some of us will be recognized for some like success or something that we've done well, something that we've achieved or added to the equation, if that makes sense. With our like long-term goals and plans and stuff, they're like very physical, so things that we actually need to practically do or learn or that we're committed to, it might require strength from us and confidence and even being seen a little bit more. And some of these long-term goals will involve other people, I guess. So that could be children, that could be people that we have history with. Okay. I also heard celebrate your successes. So it's important for us to celebrate how far we've come. Seeing some of us receiving gifts. I also heard word of mouth. So some of us may be receiving something or finding something via word of mouth. Seven of Wands, Eight of Swords. So some of us could have been battling like our mental health or just certain cycles of thoughts that had to do with relationship or childhood past. Something we could have been nostalgic about. Could just be reflecting on something, and even if we're not in that energy anymore, could have been us looking back and looking at like what we were moving through in the past. So be mindful of not like over critiquing or criticizing yourself. It's something to do with sickness, so it could be making some of us sick, or some of us maybe went through a period of sickness or something. If we are going through something like mentally challenging, seeing like protecting our energy is really important. Some of us need to fast. So that doesn't necessarily mean fasting from food. It can just mean like fasting from certain things we're doing. So like not consuming something so much. It literally could be anything. Yeah, there's a lot of like subtracting things from the equation. Like some of us are doing too much and need to be doing less. Something that my ancestors have been talking to me about a lot is like really slowing down and doing things that take a longer time to achieve. I was literally talking to a friend today about this, like how I had just started or wanting to like bead things that take longer. Yeah, it's an example. But there is a need to protect our mind, so some of us need to speak life over ourselves, or we are like just going over things that we don't need to go over. So something that you could pray over your mind is, I have peace, I'm clear. I want to say I'm perceptive. My thoughts have power and I think positively. Thinking positively doesn't necessarily mean that it's like toxic, you know? Especially if you're in this energy. This is like feeling like there's no way out. This is feeling like you're going through a hard time, you know? And these cards just all fell on the floor. So for some, you could have memories or connections that like keep you in that energy, and in routines that like bring out anxiety or indecision or uncertainty, but it's because you're not protecting your energy. Like your energy is too open. So some of your or some of us, let me say, are too connected to the past. It's okay to be connected to the past because we all, like, our past contributes to where we're at today, right? But there's a need for healing. And Seven of Cups are at the base of the deck, so there's also a need for dreaming. Some of us need to like go into the side of our like playful imagination a bit more, rather than this like over criticism and like kind of giving depression, you know. What guidance information do you have for us this collective during this full moon? The Lovers, Gemini. So there's a lot of communication, I think, that's happening as well, but it's like really grounded. And some of us also are called to like harmonize our energies. So where do you feel off? What exactly do you need to do in that area? Oh, excuse me. What exactly do you need to do in that area to bring more harmony or even trust, it says. So it could be trust in relationship. It could be, it says love, beauty, perfection, harmony, trust, honor, like deep feeling, freedom of emotion. Yeah, it's the Lover's energy. So what do you need to bring into your life to bring that sweetness, let me say, out a little bit more? And hope and inspiration. Just with the Star card. So there could be something about Aquarius season. Don't remember when that is. End of the year, maybe. But it's also making me think of Matariki. Literally just shuffled and the Star came out. So this is making me think of Matariki. This is making me think of the Māori Indigenous New Year, which is a time to connect to those star systems, to learn if you're in Aotearoa, and also to connect with whānau, to connect to the earth, and connect to the past too. Have learnt, but not getting stuck in the past. So maybe like this like time of year will help. It's a good time for us to like seek inspiration as well, like, and looking to the cosmos for that. So that's looking to our ancestors. I think how our ancestors like navigated life without phones, without certain things. Like they did use divination. They could look at the sky and tell what was coming, you know. It's just so beautiful. And I feel like we've kind of lost touch with that. King of Swords. Some of us might need to there's like a bit of there's a mastering of our thoughts. There's more clarity here. It's not very emotional, but maybe this is within our work settings or commitments and goals. We might need to like put our emotions to the side a little bit just to like deal with certain things. It looks like some of us will be having conversations about our goals, our commitments, quite straight up, like I don't know, some of us could be teaching other people, like teaching those that are younger than us. Two of Cups, Judgment. So there's like a beautiful intimacy and harmony when it comes to our love life, how we experience intimacy with ourselves and the divine. Some of us may need to forgive ourselves and others so we can get closer. This intimacy can also be between, like I'm seeing this card that I have, and the affirmation is, I nourish my relationship with the divine. So what's divine to you? whether it be spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, and how can you nurture and nourish that. You may be spending intimate time with a loved one where you're reflecting together. Five of Coins. So maybe at the base of the deck. So maybe some of us will be reflecting on lack, like, or what we don't have physically, in order to Three of Coins come together. This is teamwork. Yeah, and 5, 6, 7, 8. And what do we have here? 8. So do the math. Yeah, I think what is missing from achieving long-term goals, if we're struggling, is collaboration, is a little bit more teamwork, whether that's with the divine spiritual team, Igbe, whether that is with our physical spiritual team here, people that we work with, collaborate with, connect with. So yeah, there might be, some of us might need to plan it, or be reflecting together on how to move forward, especially if you are in Aotearoa and aligning with Matariki and like the new year. You might be looking at that.